Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All right, welcome to the Christmas show today. We're going to be our first Christmas show of the year, so we're going to get started before Walmart puts out Christmas trees.
All righty.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas.
You make a good point. You know, they put the stuff out months in advance.
I
was buying Halloween decorations at Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can understand why you do that. Buy Halloween out stuff for Valentine's. Look at them chicks you date. Gosh, almighty.
You know what? I got to keep up with their scariness.
How are you, Pat?
I'm good, Stephen. How are you?
Oh, man, you know, the world just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. I know everybody said, all right, whose side shot this time? But now we have two different shootings here in the last couple of days. We had one in Wilmington, North Carolina, where some guy shot into a restaurant.
Yep.
And then we also had I think we're up to 4 killed and 5 injured at the Waterfront. That's at the Water. 8. Yeah, that's right. That was the Waterfront. That was in Wilmington. 3 killed, 5 injured in the Waterfront shooting in North Carolina, which is Wilmington. That's just right up above Myrtle Beach, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then we've got 4 dead now.
Yeah.
And 8 injured at the Michigan shooting
At that church.
Shooting/burning.
So what all we know about it is he drove his truck into the church.
Right.
He had American flags on the back of it.
Yep.
I understand that he possibly, now y'all help me if I'm wrong about this because I went to bed early last night. He had his kid in the back of the truck. Anybody hear that?
I didn't hear that. I do know that his kid has some sort of was it a genetic disorder that they were talking about? I don't know if he was there though. And they did say that the shooter is former military, former Marine, and suffering from a little PTSD. So if that's true, God bless him.
Well, that's also the thing we got here. This one in North Carolina, 40-year-old combat veteran suffering from PTSD, killed 3 people, injured 5. And
there's a question of whether or not he's actually a veteran, I believe.
This is the North Carolina one?
The North Carolina shooter is a self-proclaimed veteran.
Okay.
But I think it's questionable whether or not he actually is.
Wow.
But are we trying to determine which side of the political spectrum these 2 shooters are?
I don't even care. I know what side they're on. They're crazy.
Yeah, that's perfect. Right. That's the way they should be categorized, not as a veteran, just as a crazy person.
And he actually shot, I think, a couple, and then actually had 2 more that was found in the flames or in the burnt church after they got it extinguished or whatever. So, yeah, this is crazy, man.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, the officers were on the scene within 30 seconds after that 911 call. That is admirable.
Mm-hmm.
Good job on them.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, okay, let me ask you something. I mean, okay, we've kind of determined that there's some crazy people out there in the world, right? Believe it or not. But we used to have like Milledgeville. That's the thing back growing up. If you don't straighten up, I'm going to send you to Milledgeville because that's where the crazy house is at. Can we call it a crazy house? Is that legal? Can we
call it an asylum.
Okay, yeah,
an asylum.
Yeah, or somebody say, "Where you from?" And I'm saying, "I'm Milledgeville," and everybody just laughed because everybody knew that's where the crazy house is at. But now it's not anymore. Why do we not have these things anymore? What happened? Do we not have crazy houses anymore?
No, sir.
Because in an attempt to give everyone the same rights, regardless of their abilities, we have done stupid things like close mental institutions.
Right.
Well, how's that working out for us?
Well, pretty not very well. Huh?
Not very good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And if these both were veterans, we need to do a better job when they leave the military,
right,
of providing mental health help.
And
even while they're in. I mean, it's not. We got to get rid of the stigma that somehow you're less masculine, or in Pete's terminology, less of a war fighter if you need counseling.
Right.
Agreed.
And that's crap.
Yep.
But is this what it's going to take? I mean, for people to lose their lives, for everybody to turn around and say, wait a minute, this ain't working out too good. I mean, we've had a lot of them. We've even had these transgenders that shooting. Okay. And they're kind of blaming a lot of that on the medication that they're taking.
Yeah.
In abundance is actually driving them to that.
The
you know?
SSRIs. Well, that's a good point. I mean, if like Pat said, if they are in fact both veterans suffering from PTSD, it's very likely that they were on some sort of medication too. You know, maybe that's the culprit. Maybe the culprit is these SSRIs.
It may be, but I think Pat makes a great point, and it's that there's always been a stigma with mental disorders. I mean, that's gone for hundreds of years, not more. And so even in today's day and age, that people are reluctant to seek help when they may have an issue if they can identify it themselves, or other people are reluctant to suggest they seek help. And it's easier for people to say, oh, they're crazy, than to say, oh, there's an issue there. We ought to encourage them to seek help, because this is a continued major problem.
Where do you seek help at? I mean, you know, where's the help? Where do you get it? I mean, you know, we got, you know, some folks, just like you say about that, you know, he might have been on medication. That's it. Because I actually know somebody or a couple of people that was in the military. They were having trouble with PTSD. They prescribed the drugs to them. And on the drug bottle, it says right there, hey, this may make you want to commit suicide. Be careful. And I'm like, okay, you're going to give this to somebody that's got
half the medication they put on TV says that, like, look, we'll cure your toenail fungus, but you may want to kill yourself in the process. I mean, literally every other advertisement says that.
Every decision we make, though, is a trade-off.
What do you mean?
Well,
we're weighing the potential effects with the help that it could give me to be better mentally. So, and then we're making a decision based on these two trade-offs. If I take this, I might be susceptible to suicide, but if I don't take it, I'm going to have these voices or whatever PST, however it exhibits itself in that individual.
Is it not going to be ironic that after all this is said and done, they're going to find out that actually medical marijuana was going to be the answer to? I mean, I'm not joking either about that.
Are you serious?
I am serious about that.
I'll tell you what, I saw a commercial just this weekend, just to speak to this point, and I had to take pictures of it because it was the warnings blew my mind. This was for an antidepressant medicine, right? So antidepressant. The first one says, okay, it's measured on a depression rating, blah, blah, blah. The next one says, antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Guys,
how do they know that?
If you're already depressed, why in the world would they even consider something that has suicide as a potential side effect?
But let's go back to like the natural ways, like, and this isn't some like, oh, just do everything natural and, you know, smoke the peace pipe or whatever. But just how about going on exercising first of all? Like maybe a doctor should say like, hey, yeah, we can prescribe that, but right now we're going to prescribe going to the gym every single day. Endorphins. Like, obviously there's a need for medications, but going back to what you said about the medical marijuana thing, I mean, I know people who just, you know, older people who just pop 50 pills and it's like, oh, I wouldn't never touch a sip of moonshine at night just to cure my restless legs or have some gummies or whatever, but I'll take 50 pills that my doctor, because it's okay because my doctor gave it to me. How is that any better? But like, nope, marijuana's evil, or, you know, CBD's evil, you know, like, how does that make any sense?
Getting back to those warnings, though, I mean, I wasn't done. Don't take this product if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol. So if you just quit drinking to better yourself, don't take this pill. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to it. Well, how do you know that unless you've already taken it? High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, dizziness. Report all medications you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take this product if you are or may become pregnant. Some of the side effects can include sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. And these are not all the side effects that could occur.
Right.
That's
all right.
just
But
insane.
think about what is that really? That's the pharmaceutical company covering their butt.
That is a CYA memo for sure.
That is all that is. So I you know.
Well, here's the thing. Here's another example of something like that. So for these teenagers, there are teenagers out there that end up with these severe cases of acne.
Yep.
And there is a particular drug that they prescribe to clean that up. And it is a known thing that drug, it increases chances of suicide. It provokes depression and makes these suicidal thoughts. When I was in college, there was a guy on my hall in the dorm that was on that, and he kind of fell off, totally into depression land and was thinking like that. Literally was one of those kinds of people. Fortunately, he didn't do anything about it, but he was depressed because of his acne situation. He's taking his drugs, it's clearing it up, but man, he gets worse and worse mentally. He got in a really, really bad state. So that's a real thing.
I just looked up that ad you was talking about. That's for Viagra, man. That's crazy.
Like I said, there are trade-offs for everything.
The blue steel pill.
Suicidal thoughts. I don't know. Is that for the man or the woman?
It all depends. It all depends.
Oh, I don't know. We got to do something. Everybody's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You think we need some.
Well, to Patty's point, medical marijuana is now legal in the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's available if, the doctor would prescribe it.
It's kind of available in the state of Georgia.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a low THC oil. There's no smokable, just nothing like that. It's just pills, which is fine. But I'm just saying Georgia is completely different. The medical marijuana laws in Georgia are completely different from, say, Florida or some of the other states.
So oddly, hey, well, check this out really quick, Steve-O. Just really quick on this medical marijuana thing. A couple of weeks ago, or last week, we were talking about autism. Believe it or not, there is a strong medical foundation in medical marijuana actually toning down the effects of autism and putting violent autistics, taking like violent autistic folks, for example, and chilling them out.
You're right.
They go from punching to just wanting a sandwich.
Okay, let me ask Packy. Yeah. Packy, now you're in on this, and all jokes aside, I always cut up with you about that. But now you're on this pretty hard. Why is the medical marijuana such a big issue? Why do they not?
I would say honestly, I would say, and you're not going to like this, but I would say it's a religious thing. I would say that a lot of religious people don't like it, but that goes back to my point. A lot of these people who are very hardcore religious, and nothing against that. I am too. I'm very, very Christian person, but like to that point though, God put that on this earth, and He didn't put hydrocodone on this earth. That is a synthetic thing, but your doctor gives it to you, so it's okay.
So it's okay.
Like that. I struggle with that. I don't think that that's a bad thing. And I think anything in moderation, and you shouldn't abuse anything.
Well, there you go. There it is. First miracle is making wine, but God doesn't turn around and go say, drink tons and tons of wine and get drunk.
But that's not the only thing. I'm not blaming that on the religious lobby.
I don't see a lot of, I guess maybe religious. I don't know where you getting that from.
I hear that a lot from people just say like, no, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just the general stigma that it is a bad thing.
That's a lot of the pushback that was there when they were considering medical marijuana approval.
Okay, what is it, Pat? Explain to me.
It's what Packy just said. You can't understand it, but
I'm asking for a definition.
That's what I said. You're not going to like that, but I would say
I don't care.
It's more of a traditional, we're not going to do that, but it's okay to take the hydrocodone. I don't have a problem with either of them if you want to do that.
Yeah,
but don't blame one.
One is a plant, and the other you have to make in a lab. Yeah.
But you're saying, okay, Pat, you said it's more a religious thing. What are you hearing on the religion kicking back on the medical marijuana?
Where were the organized opposition to medical marijuana when it was being considered in Georgia?
I don't know. I ain't followed it.
That's why I'm telling you where. From the churches.
Okay.
The organized opposition came from the churches.
It did.
Okay, but I'd like to know.
Hey, Z's on the phone. He wants to weigh in on that.
Hey, Z.
Good morning, fellas.
How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. My thing on it is, yes, the churches have something, and I'm born again Christian, and I understand that about not messing with your brain. But I think the biggest problem with it is the pharmaceutical companies. You think about how much money they spend on not only development, but how much they make off of all the different drugs. And you can't tell me that stuff's not motivated by money. Yeah. Laws are passed all the time, or not passed, because of that. And as far as I think marijuana is much less bad for you than alcohol. Absolutely. Killed every day.
Right.
People are killed every day over alcohol. People get violent over alcohol. I don't hear that on marijuana.
Well, that's the thing. I think you've got a point on that about the pharmaceutical companies can't really make any money off of it. Right.
That's a huge part of it too.
I think so too.
But let's put that in perspective. Pharmaceuticals as an industry are about 17th on the percentage of net profit. So they're not gouging anybody. Are they in it for money? Of course. We're capitalists. We're a capitalist society. Anybody in business is in it. One of the factors is to make some money, or they don't stay in business.
Right, I'm with you on that.
So let's not knock people for being successful.
No, I would totally disagree with that, because if you look at drugs like insulin and things like that, where they can just change this tiny little molecule in that thing in the name of capitalism and patents, and now they can just charge crazy prices for something that's been around for 100 years. I
agree with you on that.
That's cronyism. That's just changing laws in order to just make a business, profitable. And they are out to get you, because they're not helping you, because otherwise the insulin would be free.
Yeah. I would like to. We got to probably get to a break, folks, in the midst of all this. Real boy, it's been nice knowing you, because he just owned up to. I've grown some before that would put medical Mary Jane to shame.
No comment.
Boy, the last post he'll make.
No comment.
I have grown. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Definitely. Okay.
Got to say allegedly.
Yeah, let's get to a break, folks.
Thanks, Z.
On this other side. No doubt. Appreciate it, Z. No doubt. So we're going to take a quick break. All righty, we were talking about the shooting in Michigan and the one out in North Carolina, and now we've got on to marijuana. And I don't know how we ended up here. I have no idea, but we've got a caller on the line. Who we got, Pat?
We got Joe Warren. What's up, Joe?
Hey, hello. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Hey, Stephen, I love your show.
Hey, man.
Yes, I appreciate bringing light to this topic. When you were talking about antidepressants, and there's some things I want to share real quick. I know I only have a minute. There's a website, www.cchr.org. cchr.org is Citizens Commission on Human Rights, and there's 2 videos on there called An Industry of Death, Psychiatry, An Industry of Death, and the other one's called The Hidden Enemy. And what they'd show is how many veterans are put on medicines. It'll blow your mind. Many, 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 and how the psychiatric industry writes 600 million prescriptions a year. Wow. 600 million. So it's cchr.org. And there's a therapy called EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, EMDR. And I've done it myself, and I know people have done it, and PTSD symptoms could basically be eradicated within minutes, where it's not buried in the forefront of your mind, it gets buried in the back of your mind. EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing. This is something I've been interested in for a long time, and as a matter of fact, for you guys know, I used to be on the radio, Church of Change headquarters, and the website is www.coc, Charlie Oscar Charlie, cocheadquarters.com. And I'm getting like 3,000 hits a day and trying to help the youth. And there's a lot of good things. And with the weed, a lot of it is a money game, because, people empty their medicine cabinets of a lot of the Valium, the Xanax and that. But I'm not saying weed is the answer by no means, but the EMDR is very, very powerful. And when you mention autistic children, like vitamin D, like if you're depressed or anything, low vitamin D is a major role. So vitamin D levels are critical. And if one takes one activated charcoal pill, they'll literally poop out decades of unwanted heavy metals, the next bowel movement. And a lot of those heavy metals can cause a lot. A lot of that stuff's on my website, cocheadquarters.com. I'm not plugging in for my website because I used to be on your radio for like a year and a half. And so anyway.
I mean, we appreciate you, no doubt about it.
But Stephen, I love you guys, and I appreciate what you're doing, and you make me laugh. And the industry, psychiatry and industry of death, it's going to bring tears to your eyes. It really will. And the other one is called The Hidden Enemy. And then they got a new one about, ECT, electroconvulsive therapy. But they interview chaplains, and it'll just bring tears to your eyes what they're doing to our veterans, pumping them full of all these medicines. Right. And the kicker is the mechanism of action is unknown. It's all hypothesized.
Right.
So thanks for giving me the time, Packy.
All right, man. We appreciate you, brother. You hang in there. Keep fighting the fight.
Stephen, I will. And once again, it's www.cchr.org is the website for those two. They're 2 hours long. It's a must watch. Thank you, fellas.
All right.
Thanks, Joe.
But here's the thing, okay, about the medical. I'm not, it's medical marijuana. It's not like a bunch of kids are going to be smoking weed in the back of the house. You know what I'm saying? It's medical marijuana. We even got Amy on here. She said, have you seen the effects of Parkinson patients that uses marijuana?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely makes a change. And we know that some of these folks that's got that, what is it called? Packy, help me.
Epilepsy
And that kind of stuff. It actually makes a difference.
I mean, I've known people who have been able to at least lower their dosage of like Lamictal or Caprara or some of these things and go on to, it's so whose right is it of yours or anybody's to say you can't do that? You have to be on Caprara or Lamictal. It's terrible for your kidneys, terrible for your liver. What are you going to do if you have some medical marijuana? Eat too much? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't drive.
Right.
But
of course,
other than that, it's
that's
like
just impaired driving.
But it's like, Pat, you mentioned the state of Georgia. The state of Georgia's laws don't make any sense.
No,
they're terrible laws.
Yeah.
And we know, not knowing any names, but some of the people who have written these laws who didn't even know they wrote them and didn't even know they sat on the committee that wrote them.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Imagine that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Packy.
We've been there. Yeah, we've been there. Talking about smoking weed and not driving, I reckon we got a woman sunk her car in the lake after protesting ICE in Massachusetts.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh man! So when you're up protesting ICE, make sure you put your car in park.
Put your car in park.
I think the good Lord was up there that day saying, "How about this?"
I know.
Oh, did y'all laugh? I laughed.
Yeah, that was. Gravity. I love the photo of it sitting out there in the water. What an idiot!
Yeah, starting to sink.
Does that tell you anything?
To sink.
Well, how about these protesters that were apparently going to go after over in Portland?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's a mess over there.
It is a mess, and of course Oregon's like, oh, there's nothing to be seen here. They're going to try to sue the Trump administration to keep them out, but
they've already followed.
Give me a break. I go there,
and
it is. Yeah, if you don't believe it, go out there and check out Portland, Oregon. These people, it's a bunch of loose cannons, man, a bunch of the street people and crazies. And this is the same people where they tried to, get the police out of it entirely, have their own little, government there and everything, or non-government. Non-government with no cops.
Well, you got
miserably.
In
Portland, Oregon is the only city I've been to that has a statue of Karl Marx in one of its city parks.
Wow.
No doubt.
They're suing Trump, or are they not trying to stop all this?
They are. They are. But again, I don't know how they can with a straight face say, oh, there's nothing to be seen here. That's a lie.
Well, you had anti-ICE protesters, according to what I've got, in I guess this was in Chicago, and they seized firearms and possible explosives at this thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Portland's the same. I mean, I've mentioned him before. Andy No, NGO is how you spell his last name. He's all over that scene, and he's post stuff every single day from the Portland ICE facility. He is receiving death threats, multiple. It's a mess. But if you want to see the truth, you go look up Andy No on X and follow him and see what he's posting. It's frightening.
But they're freaking out about Trump sending but it's not necessarily like sending the troops to go do something specific. It's to defend federal property, federal facility.
That's exactly right.
Which is
defending
within
federal property.
His power.
Of course it is.
Absolutely.
And to use full force, I mean, what's the alternative?
Yeah. I mean,
is Washington, D.C. not a safer place now?
Yes, it is.
I mean, have they not had a decrease in crime rate?
Yes, they have.
But it is a slippery slope, though.
Okay, Pat.
That's you got an entirely different hierarchy there. Trump, in fact, is in charge of Washington, D.C. ultimately. So there was no, while there was pushback, there was no way that they could legally stop it. I think the other states have some legal requirements.
When we had some states say, "Hey, bring it on! We need all the help we can get."
Yeah. Down in New Orleans, exactly what they're saying. Yeah,
I think they said that about Memphis too when they were talking about Memphis.
So that's what I encourage people to do. I mean, I know I'm in a position to travel a lot, but if you find yourself able to travel around these wonderful United States, go check out some of these hot spots where they claim there's nothing going on.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
My point is
don't do that.
Don't do that. What I'm trying to say is this. It's the same thing I say about people leaving this country. There are people out there that poo-poo the United States, like, blah, U.S., we suck. I'm like, well, go out, just leave the country for a little while, and then come back and give your thoughts. And
alternatively, people say, well, I don't want to leave the country. And I travel quite a bit. We go to different places. I feel safer in a lot of these places than I do in Atlanta.
Okay. No,
I do. I feel safer in Italy.
That can be true. And I'm talking about the total overarching lifestyle of the United States.
But I'm thinking, okay, Pat.
But you go see some of these places, it's true.
Packy, you're at the tourist spots. They always protect.
Right. No, we're not. No, we're not. We go out and do. We
know what you do. Let's not say that on the air. But I guess you're overseas.
Different now that we have and it's true. Different now that we have a toddler with us. But I mean, we've been a lot of places, and there's been some weird places that we've ended up at. But still, I've been in Atlanta and going to concerts and stuff, and did not feel safe whatsoever.
I ain't going to Atlanta. That's another thing. These cities with all these crime rates look like they'd want something to where people would come back and spend their money.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, you think.
That's all I'm saying. I've been to every one of these places they name, and every one of these places is as corrupt and screwed up as they're claimed to be. They really are. In the U.S.
That couple who went to where was it, Afghanistan or something like that. It's like, oh, we're going to be safe over there. Do all that, and end up to they just murder them,
just dead. Yeah,
which is really sad. But
I ain't going.
But hey, but how about Eric Adams though? Now look at this. You saw this.
He dropped out, did he?
He did, but you know what? He said something that I kind of liked. At least I think I like, if I understand his meaning. He very much implies in his dropout speech to not go vote for that moron communist.
Well, you know that.
I know, but my point is, but he's like, look, I like how he said it. He's basically, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he essentially said, do not vote for things that will tear down the institutions that have made this country great.
Mm-hmm.
He says, do not go chase after these people. We're given all these promises, and their promises and everything they stand for will tear down what has made this country.
And this guy is Eric Adams is who?
He's the current mayor.
Current mayor
of where?
New York City,
which is a cesspool to begin with.
I know, but the point is look who they get. Look who they have getting ready to win.
Now that's what he's saying. You think it's bad now? That's
what he's effectively saying. Because look who they're getting ready to vote in.
Oh man, you think it's bad now? Wait till
I can't believe that idiot's getting ready to possibly win that.
Oh, he is going to win.
Mamdani,
without question.
Well, now you think this is going to make a difference though if he drops out? And who's still in the thing?
Well, he had no chance.
Eric
Adams was way behind. He wasn't going to win anyway.
But he was still pulling votes. Who's in it there?
Sliwa, Curtis Sliwa, the former Guardian Angel guy, and then Cuomo.
Yeah,
Cuomo.
So everybody's putting their money on Cuomo that actually wants to try to beat, right? Is that where we're at?
If you're trying to beat the Mamdani guy,
Yeah, but I mean, look, even if you totaled up all the support that Eric Adams had, Cuomo has, and Sliwa has, I still don't think it's enough to beat Mamdani. I say let them get what they vote for. I'm with Pat. I'm with you on this one. Let them win. Let them see.
Yeah.
Let them learn if they do.
Well, then they all move here, though.
Good point.
I think there should be a law. You shouldn't be, if you move from New York or move from one of these places, you should not be allowed to vote for 10 years.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be allowed to vote for the same people who ruined the place that you came from. And you can, I have an idea the way where we did it in New York.
Y'all don't know nothing down there in Georgia. Y'all a bunch of idiots. The way we did it at home. Where's that shirt that we got here? I don't care how you did it where you're from. We don't. That's about the way it goes.
North Carolina.
Yeah, we don't do it like that around here. So you're right about that. But I'm anxious to see what do you got on your mind? I can always tell.
I'm just reading Rebel Boy's comment.
Oh, read it out loud.
No.
Rebel Boy's still talking about growing weed.
Yeah, he's got his own little cultivation issue going on. So
that's
he's looking for what kind of fertilizers to make the darn stuff grow quicker.
It's a great comment.
Tell him, Packy. Tell him.
What did he say? He said, Rebel Boy, he says, I think we should be allowed to grow at least 2 pounds per household of bud, no sucker leaves or kinky top, and it would be legal.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
No, we
got the lingo.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all don't know what it means. Oh, well. I reckon the Oregon Penn State game, did y'all see the pictures where everybody, well, not everybody, but a herd of folks are wearing the Charlie Kirk Freedom shirts?
Were they? No, I didn't see that, but that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty
Oregon?
Awesome. That's what,
or was it? No, that was at Penn State.
Penn State.
The game was
Oregon.
at Penn State. That's right, at the whiteout.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yep, absolutely pretty cool. So
Penn
anyway,
State lost, by the way.
This is so what's going on? Chuck Schumer, he's still wanting $500 million for NPR and 1.5 trillion spending increased in exchange for the government shutdown. What's going on with that, Pat? I know you keep up with
last minute meeting today between the congressional leaders and President Trump. So see if we get a last minute deal out of it.
So Schumer's wanting, and the way I understand it, he's wanting free health care for illegal immigrants, and he's wanting.
Yeah, but those are the issues, Stephen, that Trump canceled the meeting the last time because they're not negotiable. He's asking for everything.
Right.
It's not a negotiation. It's one-sided. And I agree with them walking away. We'll see if they accomplish anything with their meeting today.
So let me ask you something. Why would, I mean, you know, it looks like Trump's kind of got the upper hand on this thing, because if the government shuts down, he gets to choose what shuts down. Looks like he would be all for a government shutdown at this point.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gives him more power than he currently has.
Absolutely.
And he's not going to be laying people off. He's going to be firing people.
Right.
Which means when they have a deal and come back, those people don't come back. They don't get paid in the interim either.
So what do you think? What do y'all think would be the non-essential government officials that would be canned?
Schumer, Jeffries,
right now. AOC.
Can we do that? Can you do that?
Those are all elected officials. We can't touch them. Let's get real.
I thought I had the loopholes, man. Come on.
Do it.
Well, Trump's also going there doing these things, what they call pocket recessions. You seen this?
No.
Well, so he just had the Supreme Court back him up and say he's good to go on the about $4.5 billion in foreign aid, and he's done this with something else, and it's something that a president hasn't used in the past 50 or so years, and it's effectively the nickname's a pocket recession. He can go in there and look at something that Congress has passed, that's earmarked and passed in the budget, and be like, nope, we can't afford that, and then pull out of it. And he's done it with most recently with some foreign aid,
like a line item veto.
Exactly, like by just himself, just unilaterally up. No, we're not doing that. And the Supreme Court yesterday just backed him up, and said, "Yep."
But it's a rescission, not a recession.
Is it? Oh, you know what?
Rescission.
I must have read that one because I saw that. I'm like, that's a pretty clever name, a pocket recession. I thought when I read it, I'm like, well, maybe what their meaning is that he's basically saying, no, we can't afford that. So, a little recession there.
Rescission is when they're clawing back money that's already been legislated. So
that's kind of what's got us in this situation we're in. What do they call it? Earmark and pork barrel and all that. Yeah, what are them legal terms they use where they just keep adding nonsense on? Okay, if we're going earmarks and all that. Sure. Okay, we're going to vote this, but you got to give my district this much money for transgender research. Is that not kind of way we ended up where we're at now?
Yes.
Stephen, by the way, I think you got 2 more breaks left.
2 more breaks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's go to another break then. Let's take a quick break right quick, and we'll be back on the other side. All righty. We're back with you, folks. We got one more break to get to before it's over with. I am so sorry. We went over a little bit on that. Poor Rebel Boy and the rest of the crew, all they can think about is marijuana. So we got Tyler Robertson defense strategy. What's going on with this? They're trying not to get him to get the death penalty. That's pretty much the only thing they got.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to say he didn't do it. So what they're going to do is just focus on the death penalty, try to reduce the whole aggravated murder down to just murder, basically making it second-degree murder from first degree. Yeah. Well, what that does is that gets the death penalty off the table.
So how does that work? Okay, so if they're going to try to get it down, how are they going to get it down from I mean, you're an ex-lawyer.
They okay. They're gonna look at the weapon. They're gonna say, look, this was a sniper rifle. There was one intended target. He wasn't trying to shoot anybody else. There was one guy, one shot fired, and one guy got killed. Is that a good argument? No, but that goes against the aggravated argument, because apparently one of the things they look at is endangerment of others, right? It's a whole bunch of people. You're shooting into a crowd. Right, but his defense lawyers are going to argue, well, no, look at this rifle. It shot one at a time, boom, and so clearly not aggravated. We'll see how that works, because for defense lawyers, if your client only gets like a 3-year sentence instead of a recommended 10-year sentence, that's a win. Like, you didn't get him off, but you got his sentence reduced, and for defense lawyers, that's a win. So for them, if they can keep him off death row, that's a win for the lawyers.
Remind me not to hire you for a defense. I
would have told you not to hire me as a defense lawyer. It's not what I do.
I just got 3 years.
Aren't all these based on the state trying them? And aren't the feds waiting to try them?
That's exactly
the death penalty on the back end?
Yeah, that's correct.
So, okay, wait a minute now. So you got the state and the feds are they going to try at the same time, or we got 2 different? Okay, how does that work? I don't understand.
because he's accused of state crimes and federal crimes.
Okay, so but it's the same basic thing
with the same action, but with two different jurisdictions prosecuting him.
So I don't understand this aggravated murder. What is it? Aggravated
murder.
And it wouldn't be aggravated murder if he's just going to shoot one dude.
Apparently, that's what the defense lawyers are trying to argue. I don't understand it, but that's what they're trying to argue.
Oh, I think it'd just be I don't understand the new words. Used to be grand theft auto, and now it's a different thing. You know, it's like, okay, murder. He assassinated a guy. That's murder.
Yeah, that's just what they call first degree murder in Utah.
First degree.
Yeah, it's just the title. It's just a name.
And so, how do you get second degree murder when you still murder somebody?
It goes to the other aggravating factors.
Yeah,
crime of passion, that kind of thing, defense. But clearly, it wasn't crime of passion. He plotted it. He planned it.
This is totally planned. This is the worst kind.
Yeah.
I think they're all bad. I mean, I can understand, having a car accident and that kind of thing, and somebody loses their life being, and some people get charged for that for, whatever reasons. But I mean, if you're going to kill somebody, I don't care if you're mad or mad or not mad or whatever. I would think it'd be the same thing. First degree murder. You murder somebody.
You murdered someone. Yeah.
Why am I wrong about that?
I don't think you are. It's probably why I didn't go into defense law.
Unfortunately, that's not the law.
There is.
But does it make any sense to you? It's like, hey, you kill this person, you murdered them, you're going first degree murder. This person's dead, you killed him. And
yeah, well, look, here's where that gets dangerous.
Okay,
think about this. Listen to this. No, look, think about this. You remember the guy? I can't remember his name now. The one that choked out the dude on the subway in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Penny.
and he is saving the passengers in that thing. He was, this guy was threatening to kill people. He holds him down. The guy dies.
Right.
What if the jury found him guilty of murder in that situation, as opposed to that wasn't what happened? But let's say they found him guilty of murder. According to what you're saying, it's all the same. Let's give him the death penalty. Would you literally support the death penalty on that guy who is saving lives?
Here's the thing, dude. You got to use a little bit of common sense, okay? Right? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
That guy should have received a medal.
He should have got a medal. But my point is, you just said it's all the same, but it's not the same.
No, it's not. You got it completely wrong. You sound like Pat Malone now.
No, it's not the same. It's totally.
Topper's a rhino, man.
I'm
saying people are seeing the light, Stephen.
It is a common sense thing, though. It is.
I mean, if you got somebody that goes out and kills somebody because they're mad or they don't like what they said or blah 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 blah, that's murder. But if you got somebody that's that is defending somebody or defending yourself, and somebody ends up dead on the other side,
I listen. You're not hearing everything I'm saying.
I hear everything
you said. You're not, because I'm agreeing with you. And what I'm saying is this. What if the jury said differently? And then it would go to what you just said. It's all the same. That's the reason they got different versions of it, because if they did say he was guilty, he would never have got the death penalty for that.
You know what, Steve?
That's my point.
You know what, Topper? I think you'd made a better lawyer than Lupo.
Let's trade, brother. Give me your plane keys. Give me your plane keys.
If I get in trouble, I'm hiring Topper. I ain't hiring Lupo.
Hey, Pat, a question, because we have tickets to give away for Chase Rice, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Anderson Music Hall on October the 11th. If you can get this trivia question right, go.
Wait a minute. I got to get the trivia question up here. Okay. The Sphere in Las Vegas was opened this week in 2023 with a concert. What band performed at the first concert in the Sphere?
All right.
I went to that concert.
Give us a call, 706-379-9770. We got tickets to go see a show up there at Georgia Mountain Fair. So that being said, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the other side. All righty, we're back with you. All right, Lupo, who we got on, brother?
We got Lisa Hutchinson.
Lisa, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, fine. How are you?
I'm good. Well, okay, what's the question again, Pat?
The question is, what band performed at the opening of the Sphere in Las Vegas?
I believe it's U2.
I believe you're correct.
Congratulations. U2. Wow.
I was telling them, hey, Miss Hutchinson, I was telling them during the break that I went to that concert. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. I'll tell you, everybody out there listening, make your way to Vegas, go to the Sphere, see the concert, or see the movie they made for it, because it is a fascinating place.
A fabulous show, I'm sure.
We got you some tickets here, girl. You excited?
I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Hey, we appreciate you, girl.
Thank you.
All right, you take care. I reckon we got Bad Bunny will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. Is this true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bad Bunny.
Is this
Some
not the
Puerto
same
Rican
guy?
music, huh?
Is he not the same guy said he ain't going to be headlining anything in the USA?
Yes, he did.
Did he not say he ain't playing?
Well, yes, he did.
Well, it looked to me like follow the money.
Money
Well,
talk.
Super Bowl next year is played in Germany.
What?
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Okay. Are they going to?
We're all in
You guys are
silence.
too
What?
easy.
I said there.
Is it?
Is it? Is it?
I don't follow baseball,
They're
man.
gonna
I don't know nothing about it.
They're going to get Rammstein to play the halftime show. It's
Who
in
is
Germany.
Bad Bunny? I mean, first of all, what kind of name is Bad Bunny? I mean, it's not like you
That's like you
too.
ran out of names.
Yeah,
I know Bad Bunny sounds good.
Bad Bunny. I guess everybody laughed at the Beatles too. though.
Isn't he a big star in Puerto Rico?
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I don't live in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I'm pretty
He was,
sure.
he was in Happy Gilmore too. He played the caddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He played the caddy in Happy Gilmore too.
By the way, don't waste your money on that movie.
Happy Gilmore too? I hadn't seen
Yeah.
it. Is it not
I
no
thought
good?
it was hilarious, man. I loved it.
Unless you're 14 years old and still
Well, there
in
you
high
go.
school.
Mentally, yes, I am 14 years old and still in high school. I love it.
Okay. All right.
All right, we're out of here, folks. We want to thank RJ's Fine Cigars, too. Y'all need to go check them out over at Blairsville. They got smoking room, they got smoking jackets, and they got it going on over there. So we will be back bright and early in the morning and talk about some more political guru, and we'll try to stay off of marijuana if we can get Rebel Boy to quit talking about marijuana. So anyway, we appreciate you, folks. Y'all take care.